Hi, my name is Tanner, and welcome to my newest series, Symbolism in K-pop videos, but it's 99% complete garbage. It's 99% bullshit. I'm just going to make it up as I go. For some of them, I've thought about them quite a lot. But for this one, we're going to be doing Bubble by STAYC, and we're going to be having a gay old time. Am I allowed to say that? We're going to be having a gay old time in the ways of the Grand Opry that came before us. So I'm gonna shoot my seat a little bit so I can see you a little more clearly, my doll. And we're gonna have some fun checking out. No, we just did I'm So Pretty. We're doing Bubble by STAYC. So we're gonna have a lot of stops and starts because we're gonna be explaining every detail of what's going on in this video. So let's begin. Okay, so right off the bat, we've got fireworks coming out of an amusement park, and there's people of every shape and every color getting in line. So they're going to paradise, and a paradise of some sort, some kind of amusement park. It's an arcade, it says right there. Yes, that's the STAYC Bubble Arcade. But if you look at the games that they play later on, and mouse ears, you see the mouse ears? Do you see the symbolism to Disney, perhaps representing Disney? And these pillars here represent India. So this is in a place, perhaps India, perhaps this represents Krishna culture or Hindu symbolism of some type. You can see that these palisades right here are covering the area. So in such a way, let me close that. In such a way, you can see that there will be shade. So perhaps they're saying that they're throwing shade on the idea that you all are going to enter into paradise before us, STAYC, because STAYC should enter it first, as they are not unre-angels, if you understand my meaning. They have people of all shapes and sizes. There is a bunny man. There's a bunny man. There is a man with a sombrero. There's a man with a clown hat. There are men with sailor hats. It seems to mean that even the military and people with bunny ears will be lining up to go in. The line is not straight. What does it mean? It means that the line into paradise is not a straight line, but it is a way that curves softly, and it goes with the time. Look at these trees. Look out here into the distance. What do you see? I see circus tents. There are a myriad of circus tents, perhaps representing the circus and everything that goes on at the circus. Perhaps over here, these sort of shaded palm-like structures, tents, could perhaps mean a camp meeting of some sort. So this appears to be, STAYC seems to be ascribing a cult. This appears to be a cult of some sort, going into the halls of paradise to play at the arcade. But what is in this arcade? Well, we'll see that later. But what do you think is really, what kind of games do you think they're going to play in this arcade, this paradise above? People of all shapes and sizes. That girl looks miserable. She looks absolutely miserable. That looks like Jenny. They've got Asians. They've got a lot of Asians. So they seem to be saying that a lot of Asians will be going to paradise instead of white people. I would imagine that's what they're saying in this video. I'm just going to come out and say it. That's what the symbolism seems to represent. They seem to be saying that blacks and Asians are more likely to get into paradise than white people, unless we see something that changes that. Because what was the clown? Was the clown white? Will we go back? What we see? It's hard to pause because it's loading. Nope, Asian. Asian. What is that? Oh, that's her hand. Okay, and she's a bunny, and that's the same representation that was in I'm So Pretty just a moment ago. So they seem to be saying, and what is that, grief? It says grief. I can't tell what that says, but that says grief. So grief is a clown. You need to think about that when you're going about your day. Is she white? Is she Asian? Can you even tell? Are there any white people getting into paradise? Now look at her. She knows she's bad. She knows that that's a fact. And there's a white Asian guy right there. So, and this girl, she looks happy. So what are they really trying to say? Are they saying that black people are mad while Asian people are happy? Why are they saying that black little girls aren't as happy as Asian little girls? Why do you think they're saying that? Why do you think that's what they're saying? That's what the symbolism in the video is saying to me. So why do you think that that's what they're saying? Why do you think they're trying to stir the pot like that in this song? Why isn't this supposed to be a happy song? Why is this song about how Asian people are better than black children? Leave your comments in the comment section below, because I honestly can't stand. Asian, Asian, Asian. Asians are the best. That's what they're saying. Asians are the best. How racist can you be? Where's white representation? I'm seeing the white people. I see black people and Asian, and I see them pointing the finger down and saying that black people aren't enough. I'm suggesting a boycott. Check it out now. STAYC. Okay, they're using their bodies for shapes. I don't know if you know a lot about the occult, but in the occult, they use shapes. And if you've watched the video by a good friend of mine, well, I can't call him a friend because he stands against everything I stand for, but a good friend of mine by name of, what's his name? I don't know his name. I call him Andy Bernard, but I think his actual name is something else. But he's in Black Veil Brides, and they say, if you're looking at young people involved in the occult, I have personally found that they have their hair painted black. They have tattoos. Sometimes they will tattoo themselves. They wear black clothing. What are they wearing? White clothing. So are they trying to say that they're involved in the unoccult? But they do the same thing in Black Veil Brides, Knives and Pens. You see, all of these videos tie together. These big conglomerations are all working together. Look at the darkness. Do you see the darkness on your screen in front of you? Look at that. Can you believe that this is allowed to be broadcast? They allow this kind of entertainment in our schools. Our children are watching these. My daughter might see this video someday. How am I going to explain it to her? How am I going to explain this? Making an A out of two people. And the letters up here in their different typescript and their different symbolism, they're all different colors. What is this? What does this represent? That all of the colors of the world? Don't tell me it's just for fun. Don't tell me it's just to look cute in Hollywood, in Asian Hollywood, where the blacks are supposed to be sad. I won't accept it. I won't accept it. I won't accept any of this. The cheer on their faces, and what are they standing on? They're standing on the newspaper. It looks to me like they're standing on a help wanted sort of ad section, or maybe it's a conglomeration of the paper. So maybe, I see. So they're saying they stand on the news, right? They're saying that all of this fun is surrounding these big oligarchic buildings and how, oh, look, us, STAYC, having fun. 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 Yeah, I remember when I was 6 months old, adults don't do that kind of stuff, and you know that's true. So far, I'm appalled and I'm scared. Actually, I'm scared. We're only 17 seconds into the video, and I am mortified that children can watch this. We have to boycott. Oh my God. This is obviously all of these girls sharing a room. All of these girls sharing a room. The gays and the lesbians, where are the men? Why are there no men in the room with them? Girls will be girls. I don't even want to go there. I don't even want to go there because that is what they want from us. That is, don't you see what they're trying to do? They're trying to fill your mind with, oh yeah, look at all of these normally clothed, just like playing and reading and like hanging out, and like they have bunk beds. They're like sisters. Basically, they're just like sisters, and like they're all best friends. What's all the paper on the floor? Are those notes? Are they saying that they shouldn't take school seriously? But what are all these books? She's sitting on the books. It's a modern book burn. It's a modern book burn. And she's holding the world in her hands. What do you think that symbolizes? What do you think that represents? I can't go fully into detail on this because I'm so appalled by what I'm seeing. And I'm so shocked that this is... And she's wearing a blanket on her head. Okay, yeah. Towel heads? Is that what you're trying to say? Are you saying blanket heads? Because the Asian... Well, it seems like the Asians just have it all figured out, huh? I guess the Asians have just figured this whole thing out, and they've just they know. Oh, they know. Oh yeah, they know. All right. What's she doing with her leg? Do you see that? She's lifting her leg in the air. What symbolizes? What do you think this is putting in young children's minds? She's wearing that blanket on her head. She looks comfy and warm. Do you think that means something sinister? I do. I think everything I see is something sinister. Look how she's holding that world. She's holding it up. Yeah, I got this. Actually, the politicians have got this. And the businessmen. And what is she doing? She's reading a book. Oh, she's learning. Okay, so they're contradicting themselves because she's got this blanket on her head like a burqa. Okay, and I said that word earlier that I don't usually use, but just to describe what they're saying here because I'm just so shocked and appalled by what's on my screen. I'm just torn to shreds. And she's reading a book. Are you saying that? And she's got glasses on. And what do glasses represent? Being smart? Yeah, so she's like wearing glasses and reading a book, and she's like, yeah, this is my life. So they're sitting in this room with all this paper on the ground, and we'll just go on. She's saying, take the towel off of your head. She's saying, take that blanket off of your head and do some crunches, because that's what that girl in the back is doing. She's doing crunches. Do you think she's doing good crunches, or do you think she's doing sinister crunches? Do you think she's sinning? Because I think that looks like a sin. That's what I think. I think that what she's doing right there is sinful, and I don't appreciate it one bit. And their room is dirty. They need to clean it. They're not reading these books, which is, I would argue, a good, unbad thing. But they also have papers on the walls. And what do the papers represent? What does any of this represent? What are they saying with this? I believe that they're saying that the Illuminati is wrong. And I don't appreciate that one bit. Because I respect my leaders, I respect my authority figures, and personally, I think that we should have government agents performing these videos for us instead of these pretty pop stars. Because who wants to look at pretty girls dancing and having fun and singing happy songs when I could look at men in suits? I could be looking at men in suits sitting, clicking and unclicking briefcases, and I could watch women in pantsuits doing the same thing with no burqa or with a burqa. If that is so, you see what I'm saying? So I know it's the occult mysteries that they put in these videos are dark and mysterious, and have you no fear. I am on no side. This is all about the truth. This is about the truth and getting to the bottom line. And what do you think is really going on in this scene right here? Do you think this is we're only 22 seconds into the video. This is going to be a 3-hour video. We're not going to have time to touch on everything, but just look at the darkness that they put on your screen. This darkness pervading itself as light. It's just, the whole thing is disgusting. And I have to leave it paused. Because Yoon is lying to me. She's wearing lipstick. What does lipstick represent? And it seems like a natural color, but she looks kind of gaunt. Wouldn't you say? A little bit white? Has she been eating enough? Is she large enough? Now, I'm not saying that she's not fat enough, because I think that she's probably fat. But I don't want to say that she's fat in the sense that she's large. I want to say that she's fat in knowledge and wisdom. Are those good things? Is it good to be wise? Is it good? Because they're not government agents. You see what I'm saying? They're not government agents. So what are they? What is anything but a government agent? So in that sense, you'll see that we are all government agents, but we are all children of the entertainment industry. So what does that mean? We're all in the entertainment industry. So what does it mean? It appears that there's two sides. Which side do you fight for? It appears there's only one side. And that's the girl with the glasses reading the book. And I'm not done yet. She's got that world. She's spinning that whole world. And she says, what's in this world? What's in a design? And I just look at you and I'd say, she's taken the towel off. She took the blanket off. So what does it mean? What does it mean deep down? Feel that in your core. Let's move on. Okay. Again, occult movements. Keep your children. Okay, she says, let me go. Let me go. She's a captive. They've got these girls. She comes out into this hallway that looks like a bathroom. It appears that this is the exit to their dorm room. But, so they're in school. Okay, they're in school. So they're in school. Well, that's okay. It's good to go to school as long as you're learning what the powers that be want you to learn, because they mandate all that stuff. The entertainment industry, well, they mandate all that stuff. And the science industry, well, they mandate all that stuff. So altogether, it appears that there's one thing that rules over all things. But they seem to have these secret messages installed. What is going on right now? They're sneaking away. What's happening? All right, they're sneaking. Someone's coming for them. Okay. Okay, we're gonna have to break this one way down. First of all, you can see through her shirt and you can tell that she's wearing something blue underneath it. Okay, first of all, that's just we need to get that out of the way right away. She's wearing sunglasses that look like alien eyes. Now, I don't think that's to be silly. I don't think that's to be fun because I take everything serious. So, I think that this represents some kind of taskmaster, some kind of monster that these playful entertainment industry girls work for or work under, and she seems to be blocking the way. She's got these sunglasses. Are they for style? Are they just because they go with the lighting and the color scheme? The Bible says all things work together for good. Do you think that every scene in a music video is reliable in the sense that it's working for good? Well, I would say yes. I would say that everything that happens in the industries that are upheld by the entertainment industries do happen for good. But is it always a good thing for good things to be good? And I want you to think about that. Is it good to be good, or is it evil? Is it evil to be good, or is it evil to be evil? She seems to represent a man in women's clothing, because look at her hairstyle. She's representing a man. Look at her long neck. She has no Adam's apple. So is this perhaps alluding to the trans conspiracy theory that we see in our reality? I believe so. And if this shocks you, later on in the video, you're going to be even more appalled, because there is a white child. There's a white child in this music video. And I know we talked about Asian children being elite and black children being sad, but when it gets to the white child, what does that represent? And we need to focus on this, because she's got orange on the upper half and she's got green on the lower half, and she is in charge. She's blocking, but she's wearing sunglasses indoors. And that's cool. That's cool. Everybody knows that it's cool to wear sunglasses indoors, but not everybody endorses being cool. This leads us back to the government conspiracy. This leads us back to the government sticking its nose into everything, because what does the government do best? It sticks its nose in places that it does belong. Because think of it this way, the government can do no wrong. Think of it this way, the government can do no wrong. And that is what she is saying. So what do you think is going to happen in this play out, in this scene between government agent and fun, playful girl, adult girl? We'll cause a delineation, but these are adult girls, and there is a smaller child later on. I call girls because I'm very old, but that's not bullshit, so I'll leave that out. But this is the representation, obviously, of a girl that is not a girl, that is in fact a man holding a man's position, because what do we all know? Men are in charge. That's a fact. You don't want a woman with her thinking about ironing and thinking about sewing clothes, making blankets. You know what women are for. Come on, man. Everybody knows what women are for. They're for doing women's work. That's what you use a woman for. That's what you use them for. So her representing an authority figure, it does sit right, because the government itself says that women can hold positions of power. So I will say that this seems to make sense. This seems to make sense. Even though she's representing a man, and even though she's saying, yes, I am a man, look at my strong Adam's apple that is not there. That's how I know she's not a woman. But that's, excuse me, because she's not a woman in the sense that she has a role, is what I mean by that. So let's continue on. Okay, yes, she is a woman. You can tell by her face that is in fact a woman. She has a man's hairstyle and a man's demeanor, because she's in charge, is what I'm saying. It's because, I can explain it best this way. Women aren't supposed to be in charge. They're supposed to be subservient, have more background roles, and roles in the sense that they just you don't have to leave them in the kitchen. Just let them out for some air every once in a while. Let them go outside, water them. You have to water the women. Give them plants. They love plants. No, let me take care of something. It's a women's world. Yeah, all right, sweetheart. Here, when's my dinner ready? But that's just the way things are. That's just the way that the world works. That's all I'm saying. And so it is a little strange for me to see a woman in a man's role, in the sense that she's an authority figure. So let's see how this goes down. And they run past her. You see what's going on? They're going to run past this woman because it wasn't a man. If it had been a man there, but see, it's the women's dorm. It's the woman's dorm. In a man's dorm, in a men's dorm, there would be punches thrown. It would be a brawl between the one guardian, perhaps the dorm keeper or whatever this is. The male dorm guardian would not stand to let men pass if it was outside of curfew or whatever this is, because they want to go to this show. They want to go to this arcade in the sky, this perfect arcade. But women in government do not want her to go. So what will they do? What will this woman do to these girls in STAYC? There's a red door. Red symbolizes rojo in the Spanish language. And rojo, if you break rojo down to its roots, if you break it down to its roots in the Angelical way, you'll find that rojo symbolizes rough red. And rough red means something to the eye. Because when you see something that's red, it means do not go. Do not go. Stop means go. Stop means go. And you know what I mean by that, because there's a contextual alignment. There's a texture to my voice. There's a texture to my words that you're recognizing as the speak of the Grand Imperial Messiah, the Messiah that was sent to spread the message of the global elite, so that I could show you through bullshit alone that there is a way around these people. But that's sort of unmechanical, unmixed, bullshit, which is actually the truth. So in such a way, you can notice that she's running. I go where the words lead me. I go where the truth leads me, and I see a red door. I'm the sun. I'm the chosen. Behold, I am he. I cannot spread it any other way, and I would say that is. Do you seem to understand? Do you seem to understand where I'm going with this? This is very deep. Let's see what happens. She stops none of them, and she yells out in fury. They made it out of the school dormitory, but look what they're doing. Once again, look what they're doing with their bodies. It's obscene. It's dark. It's mysterious. I don't know what they're doing. I don't understand. What is this? What? Covering up? Are they covering up because there are men present? Because that's what they should be doing. And I'm noticing a severe lack of hijab in Asian culture and even in white culture, but we already know that there's no hope for them. And then black culture we don't get into because, you know. But in white and Asian culture, you'll notice that, like, she's not covering up enough. When I see a woman, I expect her to be in full hijab, full burqa, and full hijab. I don't want to see her ankles because I can't control myself. And other men can't control themselves, and because of what it symbolizes. Have you studied much of Islam? Have you studied much of Islam? We'll get into it later. I don't like to get into government psyops too often, but you know what I'm saying, right? You know that, yeah. Okay, it's all a sketch. It's all a sketch, just so we have multiple teams, just so we can't all be on the same page. Oh yeah, Ishmael, why don't you go out and start your own religion? And Ishmael's like, okay. And so he does, and through the line of Ishmael comes Muhammad and all of these things. And what are they doing? Preaching from the same lexicon, the same rudimentary books, and it spreads off and it evolves in a slightly different direction, and it's another reason to fight. Well, who's planning all that? Government psyops. Whose Russian rockets do we use on a regular basis with SpaceX and NASA? And I'm using both because I don't know which one, but it's one of them, or it's both of them. Who? America. America uses those rockets. America uses Russian rockets because we're on the same team. We're all friends. All the governments are friends. They get on like, yeah, we're fighting. No, you're fighting. You're fighting. They're not fighting. You're fighting. So keeps you where you belong. And where I think that all women belong is completely covered head to toe. Completely. And we'll figure out a way to make it so that they can see through the fabric. But, you know, like, I can see this. Like, do they recognize that men can see these videos? Nobody knows? The government knows. Very occult. Or it's not. Okay, is that... Okay. No, the black children still look upset about something. They seem curious. Is that okay? I think we should talk about it in the comment section. Chat, what do you think? Is it okay for black children to be curious? Leave your comments in the comment section below and let us know. Okay. Okay, see, a white girl arrives, very white. She's very white, and the black girl is happy now. She just needed someone there with just a little bit of a Thor. You know, she was uncomfortable being the sole representation of a female child because she's black. And this girl is white, and she's wearing a beret, which symbolizes artistic manure. So just as her friend arrives, or perhaps it's because they're of similar ages and she's just not as intimidated by the camera and the weird sounds and how everybody's standing around wearing strange clothing and stuff like that, maybe it symbolizes that the whites and blacks should work together to get the real common enemy, the towels, or the blankies, as I call them, the blankies. But they need to recognize that the blankies have been right all along. The blankies, the blankets, as I call them, are just the ones that know. Simply put, I refer to Islam as the religion that is, because I've always seen it as the one true way to the path of Allah. And the path of Allah is broken down best by saying probably, be still and know the truth. Be still and know the way, because you can't be offensive to one group. Oh, yes, you can, because you're all the same. And I'm referring to black people. But I'm also referring to the towelies. You see what I'm saying? And I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean that in the sense that I'm with you, and I want to cover women. I fully support that. If I can see her, then well, I mean, I can hit her anyways. But you know what I'm saying? Like if you can see a woman, you're gonna want to hit her even more. Because, like, why can I see? You know what I'm saying? Like, why can I see you? Why can I see you? Why can I see you? It just fills me with rage. But this black girl is happy now because she has the guidance of a white girl. So we can continue. Okay, she's walking, and there are male drummers. She's very, very cute. But I believe we've said just about everything we had to say about this video. Everything else is just going to be repeats of the knowledge that we've already gained. God, isn't she cute? She's so cute. Cover it up. I'm disgusted. There appears to be a bubble in the room surrounded by computers. The drones that have recently come into sightings, the strange glowing balls. Is this foreshadowing? Did STAYC know what was coming with the drones and those weird balls of light that you see in the sky? What's going on with that? What's going on with that? Has anybody asked what's going on with that? I haven't seen one post. I've been seeing them out of my window. They come up to my window. They say, Tanner, you're in charge. Tanner, you're the master. Tanner, you're the messenger. Please save us. Save them. Save them. God, please save them. They don't know what's important, and they don't know what they're supposed to be arguing about because nobody can make it fun for everybody. It's because there are black people. And I keep trying to say that. I tell them, they come to my window, they say all of these things. And I say, have you dealt with the real issue? And the only way to really deal with something like that is you have to become their friend. You know what I'm saying? You have to, and the Asians and the blacks and the Hispanics and the towels or whatever, you can call them that. You can call them that because everybody feels the same way, right? Like, I mean, come on. But you're feeling it in the wrong direction because actually we need to cover all of the women. And I believe that black women are going to help us do that in the sense that black women are used to being controlled by strong men. And white women don't really deal with it as much because white men are more interested in beer and tools than like dealing. So, you know, the white women are allowed to yell back. They're allowed to yell at the white men in the sense that black men don't deal with that because they have guns and knives and they're ready to be a man. But black men don't use weapons on their women. They use these. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I feel like we can get in common with our towel-like friends. You see what I'm saying? Our talent like friends. And I call them, I say that in jest. I say that because it's not so much the words that you use, it's more in the way that you express them, or so I'm led to believe. But that's because I told you at the outset of this video that it would be 100% bullshit. Or did I say 99? Because if you can't hit a woman, you don't really love her. Put that on my grave. So they're dancing, they're the dancers, and they're surrounded by all of the colors and all the spectrums of the world. Now, what do you think that means? What do you think that means? What do you think that means? They seem to be in the pit, and there seems to be a circle around them. Could this be representing mosh culture and circle pits? She's cute, and I can see her skin. Do I agree with that? I saw 2 Joker cards. So normally you take those out of the deck if you don't know how to play cards, like I don't. But if you do know how to play cards, and I'm not worried about any one people group getting upset about me, because they know what this is all about. You can see deep down, deep below the surface, and yeah, I can feel one people group getting a little bit angry at me. Just one, the smart ones. The smart ones might be getting upset because I might have poked a little too hard at the bear. But hey, you're going to sue Alex Jones? Are you going to sue Alex Jones? I didn't say nothing happened. If the boot fits. But you're looking at color in a monochromatic way, and you're looking at culture in a semblance of ways. What if you switch them and combine them and realized that anybody can be black, anybody can be white? It's about what's in here that's important. It's about what you hold on the inside that really matters. So is it a cultural phenomenon? Is it a cultural appropriation? Is it a cultural expose on the ways that our culture works? I'm just saying the symbolism. I'm just showing you the symbolism they have in this video. Don't shoot the messenger, but bow. Isn't she cute? Just watch the video. Children of all shapes and sizes, all of them being children, are enjoying the arcade. This is the arcade. So perhaps they have a different interpretation of arcade. But it seems in the end, everybody, including STAYC, has joined hands, just with their own families, but that's okay, to start, because they're all dancing together and they're all a part of the same conglomeration. So in the end, in the final minute of this show, or a minute and 1 second of this show, everybody has gotten together, and you'll notice that even though people were of different shapes and sizes at the beginning when they were waiting in line, and different political backgrounds and different cultural backgrounds and different skin tones and different complexions, which is the dumbest, but it's not really the dumbest because it's all cultural at the end of the day. Everybody comes and they join in this grand parade, and everybody dances and everybody sings, because that's not what keeps you out. What keeps you out? You keep you out. Your darkness keeps you out. You have to change yourself before you can change another person. Because why are you trying to change another person? Just move on, work on yourself, and it's not always possible. It's not always possible because sometimes you have to work on them, and sometimes you can't avoid them. Sometimes you can't escape. So what do? Brainstem. Even the guard. Now, she's the last one in. The government agent is the last one in, because the government agent is the one that's keeping, well, why don't we talk about these ideas? Isn't one political agent smart enough to get all of these issues out in the surface so we can talk about them all at once and realize how completely ridiculous all of them are? All of them are. They're all just differences of opinion. They're all just differences of perspective. Well, why is it that the government can't? Because they're trying to keep you in your dorm room. The government agent is trying to keep you in your dorm room. So what does that say? Well, she's found her ticket now. Everybody else is out there having fun. So what's going on? Why is the government the last of the party? They say I'm in trouble. Well, I thought we had a right to free speech in this country, but we don't really. Not on TikTok. You'll notice that some people were in bubbles there, but I'm not going to get into that. Even the nerd that is all about logic and book learning, because if you remember at the beginning, she was reading a book. So that's something that I don't recommend to anybody, not just women, but I mean mostly women. Well, no, mostly to, well, it's like to both, because I see you all as women. I see a strong man. I think he would look better in a burqa. I see a weak man. I think he would look better in a burqa. I see any man at all. I think I would like to cover him because you know, it's just like that's like kind of just like how I feel, and I'm allowed to feel my feelings, but you know that that's not true. So she throws her glasses, and this symbolizes coming into the clear nature of life and realizing that it is okay to see clearly the reality that's around you. Because look, they're all dancing. Once you get that emotional backbone off the terror, and you get that terror off the terror, now I shouldn't have said terror because you say, oh, that's terror, and you can't say terror. But when you get that emotional backbone off the terror, you've got to pull that away. You've got to pull that away and recognize that there is a logical outcome to every word that is said, and there's a logical outcome to every coalescive frequency that you wear in your own voice. So use your own voice to tear things down, but make sure that there's time to build them up again, because we should all be wearing hijabs. And they're all wearing white. That symbolizes purity. Wow. Well, they made it to the arcade. What a show. What a show. Thanks for coming along to the ride. I hope you enjoyed my deep dive of Bubble by STAYC. Deep stuff, man. Deep stuff. Deep. It amazes me the things that they can say in a 3-minute long video. Just the cultural phenomenon that is STAYC. I'll be coming back for more. I hope you enjoyed Everything is Bullshit by Tanner, and please share with your friends. Only if they can handle the unrealist, not unreal truth. And only if they can tell you what they have not seen around you, because there is no point in truth if there is no truth in the point. So enjoy your day, and see you on